Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the comeback episode of Fictional Character Motivation. I'm your host, Quan. Hope everyone's doing well today. So today I've been kind of on a hiatus because one half I've been on vacay, and two, my schedule was kind of flipped around a little bit, which kind of took away some of my energy to do this stuff. And three, I've been lightly deciding if I need to continue this or not. But I'm deciding to still continue to do this, at least until I reach a certain number, which will be for the podcast, the 100th episode, which for this one may be another 15 episodes. Unless, of course, you love it. Please let me know. I'm trying to do this for y'all. Just might pivot a little bit. One of the pivots I'm going to make is I'm going to go through this as quickly and as straightforward as possible. Less fluff. Hopefully you'll be able to go through all the information a little bit faster than you normally would. And I hope that you like it that way. But we'll see. So, my pivot, here we go. Going shorter times. Today's episode will be based on Mulan, on being true and accepting yourself. The animated version came out in 1998, and the live action version came out in the year 2020. This synopsis is off the animated version. Fearful that her ailing father will be drafted into the Chinese military, Mulan takes his spot. Though, as living under a patriarchal regime, she is technically unqualified to serve. She cleverly impersonates a man and goes off to train with fellow recruits. Accompanied by her dragon, Mushu, she uses her smarts to help ward off a Hun invasion, falling in love with a dashing captain along the way. I remember the cartoon and recently saw the live action version about last month. Their themes were similar, even though the live action version did not feature any singing. Small tear. Mulan, as you know, is not your typical woman. I say that as in this story and in this, not only in this culture, but in the movie, but in this culture as of today, which has a little bit of similarity. A woman is meant to be pretty. A woman is meant to be soft, not to be independent or, in a way, a badass. Mulan is secretly a badass. Doesn't care for looking pretty to anyone. She does what she feels she should do. Because of this pursuit, her realization also brings some victory. She helped defeat the Hun invasion not only once, but twice. She gained her family honor. She's also known as a warrior, but there's something that happens under all that. You see, she knew what kind of person she was from the start. But it was her surroundings, the town that she lived in, that told her not to do it. Told her not to be different until she put what made her unique in the back of her mind. Or, in some cases, she had to practice her badassery. I don't know if that's a real word, look that up. In the dark. But if she would have continued, if she would have accepted what the town people told her, if she would have tried to become the pretty girl with no fighting techniques, if she tried to be the pretty girl that they wanted her to be instead of being the woman that she wanted to be, there's a cost at canceling someone else's light, canceling someone else's uniqueness. When you do that, you pretty much cancel out everything that makes them unique, everything that makes them different. And a lot of times, a unique perspective, a different perspective, is what is needed to find different solutions to problems and to find different answers to questions. So, when Mulan did that, when she became the person that she was meant to be, when she came home as a warrior, as herself, she possibly may have lit a flame for someone else to be more themselves, to go for what they want. And that's the beauty of life, isn't it? To be able to light a flame for someone else to be themselves, to be more accepting of themselves. So, what can you do to accept and be true to yourself? I have a couple ideas. Spit them out right quick. First one, I think, is you must forgive and understand your past self. Forgive and understand your past self. Reason being is we all go through this journey that pretty much through the past, something has happened, something has changed. Whether we've done something or something's been done to us, we still tend to hang on to it. It even creates certain patterns. And some of those patterns, depending on what has happened, is needed. But most of the time, not really. We have to understand it. We have to forgive it, our past self, in order to move forward into our better selves. And the second thing I'd ask you to do is find out what you like to do. Go for what speaks to you. Go for what puts a smile on your face or feels a worthy cause. Granted, in also a ethical way. And I say that for certain chaotic evils out there, nerd reference, or riding that lane. But go for what speaks to you. Pursue it. Be good at it. The reason I encourage this is just like me doing this, I'm hoping to light a spark for someone. And that spark could help us in the future issues that we face. They could. That person, that nerd that you're putting down, that person that wants to think differently, if you raise him up, raise her up, raise them up, eventually they may have a solution to the problem that we might be going through now or might be going through in the future. So it's good to keep that in mind. Taking a quick quote from Albert Einstein is and pretty much not paraphrasing, in order for us to possibly solve a issue, we have to remember that we can't solve it at the current level we made that issue, which means we must rise above it. And some of the ways we must rise above it is to look at it differently, to think about it differently, to see all the angles, all the perspectives. And with that being said, I hope this helped you. Hope this landed for you. Hope this liked this short, new spit jab area. If you do, please let me know. Please leave a comment. Please like it. Please subscribe. Please follow. All that good stuff. I'm your host, Quan, and deuces.